Buddha.
Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're visiting us for the very first time, well, my name is Tshego. I hope you like it here and I hope you do stay. And if you are returning subby, thank you so much for always showing me your love, your support, and always watching my videos. Now, if you're watching from outside of the club, I don't know why you do not subscribe, because I see that the numbers are going up, but you guys are not subscribing. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, and yeah man, let's just grow this channel. On today's episode, I've got my very close friend here, Katlego, and we will be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about first time dates, what to do, what not to do, and I hope you guys do learn something from this. And yeah, don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think of this installment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, John.
Hello, Maddie. How are you, friend?
Good job, friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. As always.
Thank you. You're also glowing.
Right now, we must be out here glowing and not any other way.
Thank you so much for doing this, friend.
Thank you.
I was telling you, by the way, that how it came about. So I was with the media team when we were talking about, obviously creating content and all of that. And Gab says to me, why did you invite Kate to your show?
Really?
Yes, it was his idea.
Hey, give us brownie points to him.
Yeah, I was like, yes, babe. Actually, Katlego would be such a great fit. First time guest on my show.
Thanks,
ever.
friend.
I've never had anybody on my show.
Look, I've been following it and it's been really amazing. Literally from your first video to now. Ibile, I follow you when you post your food, and I'm just like, I am here for this girl, harapai. And then you're just like, and me also. So I'm just loving it. I'm here for you.
But you and I are so much alike in terms of like the love of being in the kitchen and food. And I know that you're running a business. How's that going?
Hey Mata, it's going. It's vacate Goa. It's not going, but it's going. I think.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, I think at the end it's just if you put in the effort. I mean, for me, it's me learning. Like basically, we love to cook and I love to host. And I love to have my friends eat my food and be happy and whatever. But the business side of it, I'm not that savvy on. So for me, literally, all I want to do is cook for my people.
Yeah, I can relate.
And then eat.
I can relate to that. Because I would have like people over and I would cook and people enjoy it, but they would ask me, how did you prepare this? And then it's like, okay, now let's move it into the business side of it. Like, would you want to do catering, whatnot? And I'm just like, I don't know.
I sort of feel like, and I think for me, when I started Eats by Kate, it was just for like friends, for vibes. And I've always had the main idea, towards the end, Eats by Kate will literally be, let me come cook for my friends and family. Friend, I'm tired today. Come cook for my friends. I'll pay you. And I'm just like,
like private chef.
Do you get me? Yes. I mean, I'm homeschooled. I did not go to any culinary institution or anything like that. But for me, it's just like, hey, just to feel like, you're with your friends. Nothing too hectic or anything like that.
I also like that idea of being able to just say, okay, I'm coming to your kitchen.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3, or I'll buy the 1, 2, 3. Then I just
and the very weird thing I always say to people, like, if you're from the same place, gravy smell like it smells very different from the Joburg one or whatever. So your ingredients will always somehow match my ingredients and how we cook and similarity. It's just dizzy.
Yeah, Chomi, I want us to talk about relationships, friend. Like,
I know
that is also like your second business, like Strike.
Yeah.
How did that come about though? Like I've never asked you.
So actually, Strike is my third business. So my first business, Gay Crystal Butterfly Events.
Oh yeah,
I remember.
Yeah,
So that was
planning,
yes,
yeah.
and that all stems from my love of love and getting people together. I get it. And for me, it's a wedding planning business where I want my brides to literally wake up. Oh, you guys have seen all our TV shows where our brides habarobali, they're doing their nails at 12 o'clock at night, their shoes missing, the cake is not delivered, and all of that stuff. And I've just felt like that is so unnecessary, you know. If you have someone who's able to run around and get all those logistics set, you wake up and you're like a happy person. I want my brides to literally wake up, have a photo shoot, relaxed. If you want to go do a massage, do that. Know that I'm running around,
taking care of everything.
And if I've actually taken care of everything, there should be zero running around. I had my first one shortly after the business was created, and from there it taught me that, you know, I planned it as just as an event, you know, but I knew that there was a lot behind the business that I didn't know about. So I went to wedding planning school. There's an actual.
I remember one time.
Yes, you did. Yes, in 2018. So I went and I did a whole course on wedding planning, and it covered everything from the business side to the maintenance to how you run a proper wedding from scratch, you know. So I just feel like even though all of us are event planners in our own rights and our own heads, if you do have the know-how and the qualification, it sort of makes it move a little bit smoother. But besides that, don't know what's like a strike dating. Strike dating. One day, I'm chilling with another friend of mine, Refile. September, it's post her birthday, and Refile Magape, I don't know if you know. Yes.
No, I follow you guys.
You do.
On social media. Your lives are always so lit.
Thank you. So Riduzi and Refile, it's Refile's birthday, and we decided, okay, we're gonna go and do an Instagram live. I've never done an Instagram live in my life. Let me tell you, as vibey and bubbly as I am, I'm very shy as well. It's the honest truth. I don't know what you call it. It's a complex. What do people call it when you are an introverted extrovert? Do you get me? So in a room of a lot of people, if I don't know my small people, I like quieten down a little bit. Once I relax and get to know everyone, then I'm just like, you know, so I shy away from like Twitter and Instagram lives. Friends, social media is so like hectic, and like Twitter is the worst.
I'm not even on Twitter. Like
Chamino, I'm there just to look. I don't post. I don't say anything. I just keep quiet and stay in my lane. Stay in your lane. So we did this live, and we were literally just like, okay guys, we're just here to chat about whatever in the middle of the night. And all our Town friends started coming in, and they were talking about relationships. So we started talking about relationships. Kanti, a lady by Refilwe Kameri, she's now Kameri, she's tuned in, and she was my previous boss's wife. Well, she's my previous boss's wife, right? Because they got married quite recently. Yes, so she stayed with us literally from 11 until 1:30 when we did the live. And then 2 days later, she texts me and she's like, look here, let's talk. I'm like, okay. She's like, I've got this idea. I'm like, I love it. Let's do it. And we ran with it. And yeah, Strike Dating is a matchmaking service where we put people together who actually legit want to be within a relationship. Not Njolo, not Batla Herda, not swipe left, swipe right. No, it's like just genuine. I'm looking for someone I want to invest, I want to grow, and I want to build. You know, that type of thing.
But like, if, let's say, for example, I'm single and I want to hop on that, where do I find you guys? How do I go about registering?
So we've got a website, www.strike.africa. The Strike, I get an STRYKE, right? .africa, because we are very pan-African. We're very, you know, we love our African people, and we want to show that Black love exists, and you know, Black love is powerful. No, we don't want to limit it to like South Africa, also because we're just pan-African, and we want love in every country, anywhere, you know, that's who we are. So we said we're very intentional about not doing a .co.za, not doing a .com, and doing it, you know. So you go onto the website, but also follow us on all our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, at Strike Dating. And then you'll always see that when an event is coming up, we have Friday night lives where we sit, and those Friday night lives we have like girl chat, right? Conversations, and we talk about an array of things that have to deal with dating.
I love those things. That's so awesome, man. So since we are on this conversation topic, I wrote down questions that I feel like we need to help people, but they are single and, you know, they're trying to get back into the dating scene. You know, Manarato in the house. Tell us, what do we need to look out for? Wada, and all of that good stuff. I'm just going to take out my phone and go through these questions so that we can, So everything has to do with first date.
Okay.
First date in J.
All right.
So you're talking to this guy. Maybe you met wherever. Now you're talking to this guy. Who initiates first dates? Like, who do you think needs to initiate first date?
Oh, well, there isn't a thing of who needs to initiate a first date, you know? We always say, if you want to say something, just jump off that bridge, you know? I think it depends on how you are as a person and which stance you stand in. So if you're more of a traditionalist,
like
you will,
me.
yes, if you're more of a traditionalist, you will sit and you say, as the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Not she who went out and said, hi, look at me.
I'm so traditional in my stuff. Like, I feel like if I'm talking to you and you're not going to make that first move to say, hey, what are you doing on Friday? I'm not, like, at some point, you know, you're wasting my time. What are we doing? Like,
and you know, phrases like, and I think guys, when they hear it, they get very annoyed with us when a guy texts you and says, when can I see you? I always redirect, you know, and I'm just like, I don't know.
When do you want to see
That's
me?
the thing, you can't ask me, when can you see me? Like, you're not being intentional.
Yeah.
If you want to see me, say, hi Katlego, are you free on Friday? I'd like to take you out for coffee. That shows who you actually want to see me.
Me as a
you're
woman,
pursuing me and you're being intentional. So that's like on the traditional side of things. If you are a more liberal type of person and you just feel like we've been talking and I really like you and the vibe is here and I feel and I could do this faster. You as the woman are absolutely allowed to say, look, let's have coffee, let's meet for half an hour just to sass each other. And because I get it chatting on the phone and being in person, yes, it's quite different. So you might want to, before you take it to the next step, see how you guys vibe when you're sitting next to each other like this. So the first step, it just depends on, do you see these conversations? And let's talk about this talking stage, friend.
Yeah. How long does it need to be very like?
I don't think it needs to be very long. Hey, if you guys have been talking for about a whole more than 2 weeks and there's no movement, you know, fine. If you guys, it's like a long distance thing. But even that, you know, you guys can have virtual dates. That's the thing. Everyone have seen with coronavirus that you can actually, look here, we're going to order the exact same meal and then we're going to sit. Are we watching a movie on Zoom or video call, or, you know, are we going to sit and watch a movie together? Yes. Okay. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, play. And then we press play and then we're watching this movie together.
I haven't thought about that. I've been thinking, how do people date like
long distance?
Not even long distance in this pandemic. Remember there was a time when there was like hardcore lockdown and we couldn't go anywhere. But how do people make it happen for them? How do you spice up things in a relationship if you're not in quarantine with your person at the
So that's literally how Strike entered the market, because it was such deep lockdown and everyone was just like, I'm tired of swiping left and right, and on top of that we're not even allowed to see each other because deep quarantine again. So we were like, we are creating these virtual speed dating sites where you all log into a room and then you get to speed date, meet different people online in private rooms, and you get to interact with them. Our date is like an hour and a half, and we have one every month. Literally every end of the month we have a
so you have this person for 1 hour, or you have this person for like 5 minutes and
5 minutes. So it's speed dating. So you get a variety of humans that you get to meet that you will never meet at your supermarket or wherever, you know, people from Johannesburg, genuine from different places that come together. So now relationships that are like friends, spice it up, you know, literally have a cooking session together, be like, okay, these are the ingredients, are you ready? Yes, I am adding this, let's add that, and you make the same thing with that side. You guys are bonding, you're learning each other's, if whoever's burning whatever, you're laughing together. Just the things you would do in person, have it virtually, and it works out. It's not even an issue.
Amazing, hey? How like people are taking like.
So
but now, your first date, you know, okay, you've made that move. Who pays for this first date?
We always say whoever it is asked pays. I think that is whoever it is asked pays. you're not being anymore. We expect them to you. I was relaxing in my mother's house or in my house, doing whatever I was doing with my own plans, and you come and you say come. Now I must come and with my pocket also, and no, not saying I must be mean about it and order like things that are ridiculous or whatever. But first dates, we usually say a first date, keep it to like a coffee date. Nothing longer than an hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour maximum. That's a good first date. There you guys can see, do you guys have chemistry? Do you have things in common that you want to talk about? From there on, then you can take it to like more serious. Okay, let's do something adventurous and go outside. Okay, let's go hiking or bungee jumping, whatever. Sharp after that, I want to see, more serious. Let's dress up, let's do dinner type of thing,
Doesn't that take away the important conversation that needs to be had on your first date if you're going hiking and all of that? Or do you think that those conversations can still be had in that space?
I mean, hiking, you're walking and you're conversing, right? So you do need to have those conversations. And we always say, like, first dates, don't come there with a checklist of 25 questions that you need to ask. And if he doesn't check these 25 questions, then that's it, we're done. Have your main important questions that need answered before you guys go beyond anything. Are you married? Do you have children? If these are important questions to you, do you drink? Do you smoke? What is your religious beliefs? And if you know that any of these questions, if they answer them some type of way, it literally affects how you're going to see this person or your relationship moving forward. These are the questions that you ask on your first date. But not as soon as you sit down and you're like, so are you question number one? No, it needs to flow. It needs to be a conversation, and then see where you slip them in towards the end of everything.
But now, Shumi, I don't know, man. Who chooses let's say for example, you decide that we're going on a date, whatnot. Who decides what we do? What activity? Are we sitting at a restaurant? Are we going hiking? Are we
You who asks
must
have an idea of what it is that you want to do. So it shows forward thinking, it shows intentionality, it shows that I've actually done my research in the 2-week period that we've talked. In these 2 weeks that we've talked, you have said to me, I hate physical activity. I do not like hiking, don't make me run, don't make me whatever. Now, if I come up and I say, hey, let's go hiking, it's like, what were you listening to when I was having this conversation with you? But if you come up and I said, I like to paint, I'm artistic, and you say, let's go for a sip and paint. Perfect. Sip and paint, you sit, I sit, we paint, we talk. Do you get me? You are interacting with me on a level of things that I enjoy,
I'm interested in. Like for me, I feel like I'm a bit of an old school type of person.
Yeah.
So I like it when a man takes control.
Yes.
I don't want to initiate first dates or whatnot. And even with that, when you do say to me, okay, let's do this, I want you to have everything planned out for me. I don't want you to pick me up or say, okay, let's say you're picking me up. You pick me up and then you're like, oh, so what do you feel like? Because it's like, you knew you wanted this date to happen. How can you ask me where do you want to go? What do you feel like? And I feel like you should say, okay, 6:30, be ready. Get ready. You come on time. Don't be late. Pick me up. And then you've already reserved that just tells me a lot about the kind of person that you are in terms of even like the relationship itself, should there be one, how it's going to be, where, like those small things that we don't really
they're not small things,
exactly.
You're forward thinking, I can trust you with decision making, with leadership skills, these small things as a man. Friend, you and I are very like traditional in the terms of we want a man to lead, we will stand beside you, and we definitely will. We are Tswana women raised very independent, so we will submit because we know that at this point we submit, but we also at the same time stand our ground, and when we need to uplift and grow with our person, we are there. We definitely do it. Mari, in the terms of lead in this situation, I'll sit there. Like holidays, if he comes up and he says, okay, this thing, he mustn't be like, so baby, hi Gizman, udibala, come with 3 options, my love. I was thinking, so do this, that.
Okay, well, with that though, was what's happened with me and Gab. He straight up told me, when it comes to booty dates, booty holidays,
That's you.
baby. That's you.
Got you.
Me, I'm there. I've got a million things on my mind. I can't be thinking about that.
But you see, that's a conversation that you guys had,
Yes.
and you are comfortable in that space
definitely.
because from the get-go, this is me and Ikishapu, and you are literally just like bawling in that space. You're like, I'm taking over.
Yeah, no. So now, friend, let's say now you get on this date. Does it really matter if he buys you something, gives you something on this date, or nah?
I don't know. I think it depends on the type of person that you are. I mean, it's not a thing for me. I naturally, my love language is gifting, right? So I would gift and I would love to receive gifts also, but also maybe. Yeah, my blomo.
Yes, that's about like my blomo.
Yeah, that's a cute gesture. But if you don't do it, I'm not gonna rule you out. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this guy was so mean. He didn't even get me flowers or anything. We're going out on a date. It's fine. You want to get to know me. Maybe next time you'll send flowers or tomorrow. You know, it's a nice yes. I've had an amazing date. Thank you so much. Here's flowers. You know, that type of thing. I think we need to also sometimes, as men and women, stop going into things with expectations of if he doesn't do this or if she doesn't dress like this or if she doesn't whatever, it's not going to work out. We are all human. We're literally wanting to see if we can vibe.
Yeah, we can connect.
Do we have good chemistry? Is there a connection? So go there as who you are. You know, don't go there with what can he do? If I order more, can he afford it? If I do for that. And now always.
I actually wanted to get into that.
Yeah.
But before we get into that.
Yeah.
What are the things that you need to look out for, like in terms of, okay, you're sitting down now, waiter yatla or waitress yatla, what are in the conversation that you are having, this is your first time date, what are the getting pros and things to look out for? Like, I mean, this is your first time date, what are the things that will predict what, okay, there will be a second date?
To be quite honest, you just need to suss out your conversation, how you guys are. If your person that you are out on a date with who claims to want to get to know you more is not paying attention to you like they need to, so they're on their phone every time someone walks by, like I literally put on lipstick for you. I was really fine without the lipstick on. When you come up, you know, focus on where the attention is supposed to be at for whatever it is that it's supposed to be at. I have a thing with people eating. It's a mental thing. I forget what it's called when people chew and when they breathe really loudly next to me. It just like irks me, you know. So, I'm always very touchy when people are eating. But when you eventually fall into something with your person, then you get used to it and you're okay. But I think it's just the attention. It's how they treat the people around you.
I agree.
Those are important personal characteristics. Before I met my significant other, and this human, we get there, and when I get there, he's already on like 3 double shots of Jameson. He's on his 3rd one, and I'm like, oh, okay, sharp. For what we go. So I order like a little cocktail, you know. That date, which was supposed to be a first. And this is why I'm which was supposed to be an easy coffee afternoon, Friday afternoon drinks. It was supposed to be from 3:30 till 4:30. An hour max is what you give me. And I'll give you a reason why afterwards. Our date literally went from about 4 until the restaurant closed at like 8:30 at night, okay? Granted, we had so much to talk about. Lots of laughs, lots of like blushing. Eventually we got hungry, had dinner, you know, and all still within what I could pay. And he's just going down within double shots. The bill came and it was ridiculous. And I didn't even bother. Like it's not my business. That bill was not my business because I wasn't out here. Looks at it and he's just like, oh, okay, we won't be washing the dishes today. I'm just like, okay, cool. So he signs it and pays. But for me, that date had gone through so many emotions in that we were happy, we were blushing, we were smiling. And then
left it at that.
Yes, and then it gets draining, so we need to because we're tired of all the high energy. So we woosa for a little bit, but it's like a comfortable silence, but it's also just like it's a lot of energy. So now he takes from my lots of energy, and then I take from his calm energy, and then we're right back up again. And those extra 3 hours were 3 other dates that we could have invested in.
Yes.
Now we finished everything in this one date, and there's not more for us to learn, to experience, to want to draw from each other for following dates. And we never actually had a follow-up date. You know, we had follow-up chats, which lasted for about a week, and then it sort of just fizzled out.
I was going to ask that, how long should your first time date last?
Yeah.
And Gabby, when we had this conversation in the morning, he was like, what's important is don't go home with him. Don't go home with him.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what time you meet. Should it be in the morning, in the afternoon, at night? It's like for a first time date.
Now we generally always say first time dates are casual things like coffee dates, literally 30 minutes to an hour maximum. You're there to see, is there something more that I want from this person beyond our physical attraction for ourselves? Are we bonding? And those crucial questions that you want to ask, slip them in there, get that answer, and then from there on you guys can start having more serious dates if you guys want to, if you enjoy each other's company that much and you want.
So should be just light, not like
very light. No.
But what do you weigh then for your first time date, since we're
you are yourself and you're most comfortable. If you're a jeans person and a shawl, you do that. If you're a summer dress, you know, I mean, don't come in flip-flops, man, don't come in flip-flops. I'm saying this, yes, please, you know, unless we're going to the beach, you know, and it's a beach club. Just like the fact that I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt does not mean I literally pulled out the first jean and the t-shirt that I put in. I put an effort into matching those jeans and a t-shirt. So now please iron your shirt, iron it, iron those khaki pants,
and you pair it with a nice pair of heels, like even if it's not like your stilettos, but like these
nice or these small ones,
these nice kitten heels. And you know, makeup is expensive, guys, so you put on your makeup. You put effort. I feel like some guys don't really put in effort sometimes.
They don't.
Those first time dates.
And we really say that first time date is going to determine whether I answer your call tomorrow or not.
Exactly.
So you need to put in that effort, because if at the end of that first date,
interview,
it really, guys, it legit is. Okay, sorry, we are going off topic. Oh wait, I didn't answer your one question. Ne? Does it matter what you order? So we've discussed that first time dates are like light dates.
Yes.
Ne? If already for a first time date, we see sometimes we have people with different standards and class and caliber, and maybe I'm speaking from a different standard. If you are a man who legit always, we're going out to Signature or we're going to the Michelangelo for first dates and whatever, you know, and that is your vibe. You take care of your woman that way, and when she gets there, if she's ordering a cider but she must order champagne, you know, that is absolutely, if he says to you, my darling, what would you like? And then you say, please, that a cider that I dance with on my head, and he looks at you sideways and he's like, no, not on this date, you know, we order from this side of this meal. Yeah. Girl, go. Order. What's your order whatever it is that you know, if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, go back to
your actual meal. Because I had this conversation with Gab this morning, and I was like, okay, do you think it's wise to order a burger where you're going to be using your hands to eat, or should you go for something light, like maybe grilled lamb chops with veggies, where you're using your knife and fork? Like, does food really play that role?
I think so. I think for me, food plays a pivotal role in me sort of knowing the type of person that you are. So you'll get there and the gent will be like, me, I am as African as they get, and my chicken, I'll hold it with my hand, you know? Yeah. That could be a tad embarrassing for you, and it's the first date. You'll address that on the second date, you know, or when you guys have that conversation. Yeah. If you do feel that you guys want a second date. If you are unable to eat your burger with a knife and fork and you want to really hold it to your hand, that's you, if that is utterly your realist truth. But if you can wait and have that burger later on in the date when you guys know each other, that is fine. Eat something a little bit more classy. You know, we don't want all the attention to be on how you're eating your food.
Yeah, your hands.
We want the attention to be on what you guys are talking about.
Because you don't even know that burger maybe has a lot of sauces.
Yeah, it's going to be dripping and you don't look cute.
And so we're wrapping up. basically we had these whole everything that I've been asking you
in one.
We had this conversation, and we're gonna wrap up. But before we do that, I want to know if you've got one, a love code.
Yeah.
If you don't have a love code, like what would your advice be to somebody going on a first date? If you've got a favorite love code, share it with us.
Yeah.
If not, that's fine. Tell us what would your advice be for somebody going on a first date.
So I can give you both.
Yeah, you can.
All right. So my favorite love quote, always and forever, is Maya Angelou. And she says, always have enough courage to love at least one more time. And that always means even after this heartbreak, at least one more time. And then if you get heartbroken again, at least the next time. So there'll always be an opportunity for you to fall in love again. I guess that's why maybe I've at least one more time a couple of times until I kiss my prince from all these frogs, you know. But at least one more time. And for me, I genuinely feel like fun dates are such a fun first dates are such a fun thing, you know. Literally go out there, be yourself. Don't stress too much about how I'm going to be perceived, how I'm going to show myself. It's not a show and tell. It's a be you and let me love you for you, you know. So go be your most authentic self. Laugh like you normally laugh, you know, and let this person know who you are.
That also saves you time as well, because once they know, okay, this is how Tshego is, then it saves you time and like pretending to be somebody that you're not.
Pick your crazy. If I'm your crazy, forward we go. If I'm not your crazy, it's okay. We had a good laugh. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best, and on to the next one. Literally, have fun and be yourself. That's the best advice I could give anyone who wants to.
Yeah, I also say, well, I used to say that like I hate first time dates to be formal and days where we're sitting, we're eating. I want to do an activity. Let's go ice skating. Let's go bowling. I want to be
free,
relaxed and
loose.
free.
I hear you.
So I really do appreciate such days, because that way you see me in a different element where I'm
doing something.
And you're more free to, when you're doing something, you're more free. Like, unlike sitting down, because it becomes really awkward. You would want to touch your phone. You would want to, oh my God, it's just getting very tense. But anyway, that was the last questions. I don't have any love codes. But yes, Chumi, thank you so much for coming to see me.
I love this. I love this channel. Keep doing this. You're growing beyond. It's so amazing. And just keep having all these gold chats. We learn so much from you, and we learn so much from each other. So it's really amazing.
I'm gonna keep on having them. So the plan really is to just get into not only relationships, but also, you know, get into beauty. You know, first time makeup, whatnot, what to do like, you know, what to avoid. Even like going out on your first time dates, don't, like, your makeup shouldn't just be out there. Yeah. Just keep it light, keep it cute. I want to talk about beauty, like I said. I want to talk about spirituality. So yeah, man, it's just chatting, basically.
That's all we need, and we all grow from those. So we love it. We're here for you 100%, Mama.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really did enjoy that installment. And thank you so much to my friend Kate. I'm going to leave her Instagram handle below so that you guys can follow her, Malerato, where she speaks a lot about, you know, love and, you know, all that sort of stuff that we like. So yeah, man, without any time wasting, thank you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are growing, and I hope to grow with you. Thank you and goodbye. See you.